Welcome to the first week of the writing course. In this first video, we're going to talk about paragraphs in a text. So, after defining what a paragraph is, we will explore the function and the structure of content in a paragraph. In other words, what we call parts of a paragraph. Finally, after watching this video, you can start working on the follow-up activities which are included in this lesson. Let's start. We're going to start by defining what a paragraph is. So, what is a paragraph? A paragraph, as you may already know, is a group of sentences that introduce and discuss usually only one main idea. And a paragraph can appear either by itself or be part of a longer text made up of many paragraphs that present different ideas but about the same topic. A paragraph can be as short as one sentence or as long as 10 to 15 sentences. In academic texts, one-sentence paragraphs are extremely rare. The length of a paragraph is not very important. What matters the most is that the paragraph is clearly introduced, adequately discussed, and properly concluded. Okay, so let's start by the first part of the paragraph, which is the topic sentence. So, the part of the paragraph that introduces and supports the idea to be discussed is the topic sentence. Because they introduce ideas, topic sentences logically appear in the beginning of the paragraph and they serve to inform the audience on what they are about to read or hear. In a regular academic text, the topic sentence is usually the first, the second, or both sentences in the paragraph. Note here, though, that not all academic texts follow that order. In some texts, you may see other information preceding the topic sentence, for example, a sentence linking the current paragraph to the previous one. In this course, however, we will follow the traditional steps for creating a paragraph. Now, developing the skill to create a clear and relevant topic sentence is a very important step in the writing process. Because your audience will generally look to the topic sentence in order to get a general idea of the information that will follow. And a topic sentence will also introduce your perspective, the perspective of the author. In this sense, your topic sentence will help create the first impression of the text. And of course, first impressions are very important. Topic sentences are the core of a paragraph and what keeps its unity and coherence in place. Without a topic sentence, your paragraph may appear disconnected from the topic. So it's very important that you include a clear and concise topic sentence in your writings. Let's move on and talk about the second part of the paragraph, which is supporting ideas. After introducing the idea you're about to present in the paragraph, in your topic sentence, your next task is to discuss it by using logical arguments in a string of sentences we call supporting sentences or supporting ideas. Composing clear support for the main idea stated in the topic sentence is a task that requires good knowledge of the topic, but also very good use of the language with appropriate linking and signal phrases that will engage your audience and help them navigate and understand the text you're writing about with ease. The following segments of the video series will discuss how to generate ideas for your paragraphs and how to use linking and transitional devices effectively to get your point across to your audience. So we will cover all that. In general, now, depending on the topic you present, supporting ideas can consist of a few different things. These things can be either established facts, or examples that illustrate different perspectives on the topic, and also it can include information that refers to previous literature about the topic. Please note here that whenever you present personal or popular opinions, you need to be able to support them by providing some kind of evidence, such as research findings or reference to valid sources of information. And here, you have to remember, this is a very important point, wiki websites like Wikipedia are not a valid source of information to use in any type of academic writing assignment. Let's move on now, and after we've discussed the topic sentences and supporting ideas, we will talk about concluding sentences, which are also very important in a paragraph. So, supporting sentences constitute the body of the paragraph. Every paragraph has a microstructure that mirrors that of an essay. And as an essay consists of an introduction, body, and conclusion, so does a paragraph. Although concluding sentences are most common in standalone paragraphs, some kind of wrap-up is required for paragraphs that are parts of bigger essays. And traditionally, concluding sentences should be about the same length as the topic sentence, which is 1 to 2 sentences maximum, so they shouldn't be too long. Concluding sentences can have 4 different functions. The first function is to restate the main idea using different words in order to help the audience reconnect to the text, especially if the text is long and complex. This function is especially useful when dealing, as we said, with more complicated texts, where the main ideas get lost in the complexity of the essay. The second function of a concluding sentence is to summarize the main parts presented in the body of the paragraph. Similarly to restating the main idea, summarizing the main topics serves to help the audience reconnect to the text and aids the better comprehension of the paragraph. It's much easier to understand. The third function is that they serve as a short introduction to the next paragraph, or what we call a transitional paragraph. A concluding sentence can sometimes serve as a smooth preparation for the paragraph which is about to follow by mentioning the topic to be discussed. And remember here, you can mention the topic, but you cannot explain or discuss it. In argumentative essays, concluding sentences can also include a brief evaluative statement presenting the author's personal opinion. Do you agree with the topic? Do you disagree? Do you have any comments, thoughts, ideas? Please remember that you should not introduce any new ideas when you conclude a paragraph unless, as stated earlier, they serve to announce the topic to be discussed in the next paragraph. Concluding sentences can have one of the above functions, or in some cases, they can combine more than one function in a brief, concise, and concluding statement.